Let's understand practice questions, statement and arguments in this video. Have you ever heard a short argument and wondered if it is enough to make a rule or law? Today we will look at simple ways to judge such arguments using 10 short examples you might see in CLAT practice. First, a quick tip on how to judge an argument, one step at a time. A strong argument gives a clear, relevant reason that supports the question directly. A weak argument is vague, irrelevant, or assumes facts that are not given. Now let us solve the examples together. I will read the question and then explain the reasoning. Question number 1 asks, should the government ban microfinance institutions? Argument number 1 says they run in huge losses because poor families do not repay loans. This is weak because losses alone do not justify a ban unless laws are broken. Argument number 2 says microfinance is the sole source of easy loans for the poor. This is weak because there are other sources like banks and local lenders. Question number 2 asks, should urban development be given preference over heritage preservation? Argument number 1 says we need more housing and facilities as population grows. This is strong. It gives a clear reason linked to land and facilities. Argument number 2 simply says age-old heritage should not be destroyed, which is vague. Question number 3 asks, should social networks totally ban registration of minors? Argument 1 says minors are easily distracted by such sites, but it lacks context and is weak. Argument 2 says it helps minors exercise freedom of speech, but that is not a strong reason to prevent a ban. Question number 4 asks, should reality shows be banned by the government? Argument 1 claims reality shows offend Indian values, which is too broad and not always true. Argument 2 wants banning would infringe freedom of speech, which is a solid legal point. Question number 5 asks, should love marriages be banned by the government? Argument 1 says they destroy the social fabric, but that is vague and not convincing. Argument 2 asks, what will lovers do then? Which is not an argument at all. Question number 6 asks, should smaller states be carved out of bigger states? Argument 1 says smaller states lead to better governance and resource use, which is a strong point. Argument 2 simply says it will create more problems but gives no concrete reasons, so it is weak. Question number 7 asks, should FDI be allowed in multi-brand retail? Argument 1 fears harm to the unorganized sector, which is not decisive on its own. Argument 2 notes foreign investment in cold storage will reduce post-harvest wastage, a clear benefit. Question number 8 asks, will FDI cut out middlemen and help farmers or cause unemployment? Argument 1 says farmers will get better prices if middlemen are removed, which is true. Argument 2 says many middlemen jobs will be lost, which is also true. Both arguments are valid. Question number 9 asks, will FDI lead to lower prices and more jobs? Argument 1 says big brands will sell products cheaper, which is plausible. Argument 2 says such retail chains will create blue-collar and white-collar jobs, which is also plausible. Both are strong. Question number 10 asks, should social networks be forced to remove content found objectionable by the government? Argument 1 says some content can hurt religious or spiritual sentiments and should be removed. This is strong. Argument 2 fears government will tinker with freedom of speech, but the constitution allows reasonable limits. So what do we learn from this? We learn to ask if a reason is direct, concrete, and relevant before calling it strong. Let us quickly remember the rule. Strong arguments give clear reasons. Weak ones are vague or irrelevant. Keep practicing these checks. They sharpen your legal reasoning and help in CLAT. Thank you for listening. Keep learning at EduRev and explore more practice questions there